Okay, count off.
1,
2, 3, 4,
5.
6.
Good afternoon. I'm Kaylie Walker, and it is an honor and privilege to be standing before you at Career Day to give you a little bit of information about my chosen career path. I am a licensed real estate professional dealing with commercial and residential transactions to real property, land, and homes. A career in real estate makes the American dream of owning a home and a white picket fence a reality. The real estate profession is both fulfilling and rewarding, as I facilitate people in making some of the biggest purchases and transactions of their lifetime. Therefore, attention to detail, patience, and the ability to effectively communicate is the key to success in this profession. To give you a little bit of background of who I am and how I fell into the real estate industry, I am from Seymour, Texas, which is halfway between Dallas and Lubbock, and it's a little small town with the emphasis strongly on agriculture, a lot of farming and ranching industries. And so going to school at Texas A&M, I didn't really have any experience or didn't have any views of any other industry. So going into it, I was really kind of apprehensive about other careers. And the second semester of my freshman year at A&M, I decided to take the Aptitude Inventory Measuring Services, which is AIMS, and it's a testing facility out of Dallas that aligns some of your skill sets with respective careers. And so after the 2 days of testing, I found that a lot of my aptitudes and skills lie within the real estate industry. And so upon having that knowledge, I decided to get my real estate license. And in doing so, there's several different avenues that you can take to get your license. There's several different education requirements that you have to fulfill and accredited agencies that offer this service. I chose Kaplan, but there's other opportunities as well, such as Champion School of Real Estate, as well as different colleges also offer different avenues in maintaining this secondary education as well. According to the Texas Real Estate Commission website, there are certain requirements that you must fulfill educationally in order to receive your license. You must have 60 classroom hours in Principles of Real Estate. You must have 30 additional hours in each of the following subjects: law of agency, law of contracts, promulgated forms, and real estate finance. Upon completing each of these education requirements, it's important for you to pass a pre-test, which allows you to later apply for the real test. After passing each of these subjects with a 70% or higher, you pay a $173 application fee, and you consent to a background check, which consists of having your fingerprints taken and scanned and run through the system. And after that, you're ready to take the test. The test is administered by an agency called PSI, and PSI unfortunately is not located, they don't have any testing facilities in College Station. The nearest one is in Waco, which is 83 miles away, but there's also ones in Austin and Houston, which are relatively close as well. So after taking the test, and you have to pass both portions, the state and national, with a 70% or higher. After that, your license is held with the Texas Real Estate Commission until you find a broker. And finding a broker is one of the important components of being successful in the real estate industry. And a broker can make or break you, so it's important that you find brokers that line up with a lot of the skills and aptitudes that you have, and so that way you're successful. Something that was really important for me is to find an agency and brokerage firm that had a mentoring program so I can follow the steps of other successful realtors and hopefully pave my own way someday. It's also important to realize that the brokerage relationship with an agent is one of that of an independent contractor. You're not an employee of the brokerage firm. You don't have set hours. You are basically an independent contractor that comes and goes as you please, making sales and transactions and listings and things of that nature. Some of the advantages of real estate are flexibility. Like I mentioned earlier, you're an independent contractor and you have the ability to set your own hours. You're not tied to the idea of an 8 to 5 job. Another advantage is that you get out what you put in, and so the more effort and skills that you put into it is what you're going to get out, and you're going to reap the benefits of that. Some disadvantages is the lack of stability. It's not a constant income. You don't get an hourly wage or a salary. It's very dependent on the markets, and so a lot of times there may be in unstable markets and a stagnant market, and therefore you may struggle making ends meet. Some different types of real estate are residential, which is the selling of homes, commercial, which is the selling of office spaces, buildings, businesses, things of that nature, and then land or unimproved property is also an option. Real estate, as with anything else, has both advantages and disadvantages. Although it may not be a profession for everyone, a recent article in Bloomberg Businessweek reveals that additional training in real estate is a hot commodity for business school graduates in a competitive market. The real estate profession, when the markets are right, can have rewarding and dynamic opportunities for license holders and brokers. Are there any questions? Yes.
What is unimproved property?
Unimproved property is strictly land. It doesn't have any fixtures, doesn't have any improvements to it. So no homes, nothing like that. It's just strictly land.
Is there a minimum age to get your license?
Yes, you have to be 18 years old. to get your license.
What's the difference between a broker and an agent?
The difference between a broker and an agent has to do with education and experience. A broker has to have additional education requirements and take an additional test with a passing rate of 75%. And also, a broker has to have 4 years of being a license holder and has to meet certain benchmark sales as well. Thank you.